What up, boys? It's Devin. In this video, I'm going to show you how I turned 15 pounds of fat into muscle, how my client Sean turned 20 pounds of fat into muscle, and how my client Henry turned 40 pounds of fat into muscle. This is going to be a masterclass on how you can turn 10 pounds of fat into lean muscle over the next 30 days. It's broken into 4 sections: macros, training, habits, and sleep. This video is a call with my one-on-one client, Matt, who's now down 12 pounds over the past 30 days, and I'm gonna give you all the sauce you need to get that weight loss done in the next 30 days. So take notes, pay attention, and most importantly, apply everything I'm about to show you here. I couldn't hear what you were saying before. How's everything going?
No, everything's great. I got a ton of comments like this past weekend when I was away with some of the dads I know. Even some of the moms like, did you get taller? Like, nah, I didn't get taller. But then I realized, I'm like, you know what it is? I lost weight and I'm thinning out, and that's, I guess, the appearance makes me look taller.
Yeah, 100%. You probably just look a lot leaner, so you seem like, you got more inches on you, but that's great, dude. People are noticing.
Yeah, and then a friend of mine last night, we were taking photos at a friend's house, and then we had my daughter's graduation party. Like, one of the dads was looking at me. He's like, dude, you look like a freaking bouncer right now. He's like, you doing steroids? I'm like, what are you what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm just going to the gym and I'm not drinking. And then all the guys are like, dude, you're not drinking? I'm like, no, I'm just smoking a cigar. But it's almost like I am drinking because I'm drinking seltzer and no one fucking knows. Like, and and it's
Nobody.
and like there's no temptation for me to drink alcohol or beer. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I know I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I'm good.
That's awesome, man. That's literally like the best thing to hear from me. Like, I'm super happy for you. And when you're making progress, why the hell do you want to derail it with drinking? There's no reason.
Yeah. And then I was psyched. It was crazy time, but I got the what is it, Frankie's Meats, the Frankie's Farms.
Nice.
I got all that yesterday. So I tried the yogurt this morning. Holy shit, it's incredible.
Yo, you like it?
Oh my god, it's insane. I'm like, why? Like, how do they not? But I know they wanted the government's trying to kill us all. But I'm like, this is so much better than all the crap that I've eaten before.
Yeah. How did you feel after? Like, there was probably no bloating or anything, right? Did you feel like
no bloating whatsoever? Like, anytime I was eating the chobani and faye and all that, like, I just feel like a fat piece of shit after. Yeah. And I noticed, like, I gained weight. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
But I didn't realize all that crap was in.
Calorie shit. But what happens is when you eat that, you can't really absorb it because of all the extra additives. So your gut is basically just focused on trying to flush it out of your body instead of using any of the positive proteins and all that shit in there. And that leads you to have higher insulin sensitivity and store more fat. So realistically, they're not good. Let's get into it. So first thing I wanted to say was, when I looked over everything, amazing job with the macros. The macros looked awesome. You're doing a really good job of hitting that. In fact, you're actually, I'm showing you the wrong screen. You're actually under a lot of the days on the suggested macros. Is that correct? Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, like, I'm hitting the proteins, the fats, and the carbs, like, and I'm eating a lot, like, so much. I'm not used to eating this much, so I guess that's it. And the calorie intake, I'm under, like, sometimes 100, 200. I'm trying to hit that as much as possible.
No, so here's the thing.
Now I have the raw cheddar and all that, so.
If you're able to hit your protein goals and go even below that, then I have nothing against that. That's actually good. If you feel full off less calories, that's fine, as long as you're hitting that protein every single day. That's what matters the most, because basically you need that protein to build new lean muscle, but also you need that protein to feel satiated and feel full. So when you're in a deficit, when you're dieting and losing fat, you want to, number one, hold on to whatever muscle you do have, and number two, have enough extra protein to build new lean muscle. So it's important to have a really high protein intake, but the rest doesn't really matter as much. So if you want to eat less, perfectly fine with that,
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, great job with the macros. And even in your pictures, like you look less bloated, you look slimmer, like you're on your way. And if you look at the weight loss tracker, I mean, dude, like again, you're right on track there with it. So if you look at this weight loss tracker, I mean, you're off by like 1 pound, but what happens is when we implement the things I'm about to implement with you, you're gonna probably blow past your expectations. So like where you've been losing what, like 1 to 2 to 3 pounds every single week, when we start implementing this new strategy that I'm about to go over with you, that might actually start to double.
Wow.
Or yeah, you're gonna notice fat burning happen a lot quicker. But either way, even if that doesn't happen, you're perfectly on track right now. Like you are. This 1 pound is not that big of a deal, trust me. Especially over like we have time. Like there's no reason for you to rush, you know. So you're right on track. Just keep doing everything that you're doing, and then let's implement some of this new stuff. I want to change your carbs and your fats. So I want to implement you on a more high fat diet. The reason
Okay.
being, those carbohydrates are not really serving you as much. And I know that you have like big goals when it comes to your work and your business, etc. And I want to be fueling your brain with healthy fats that are going to make you feel more sharp, more clear, less brain fog, so that you can be a fucking weapon at work too. Especially with all the things going on in your life. Like I want to make sure that you're functioning at your highest capacity, not just eating for, look. And if you have higher fat, that's what that allows you to do as long as it comes from healthy fats. So I'm going to text you. I have it here. I changed it in your dashboard already, but I'm going to text it so you can go into your MyFitnessPal and you can adjust it.
Okay.
I want you to focus more on healthy fats because I think you're going to feel 10 times better and more energetic, and you're going to feel less sluggish and just, get more done, etc. So that's what I want to start implementing for you. Same macros, same protein, just changing the carbs and the fats.
Okay. Which
All
I'm good with because the carbs, I feel like sometimes they're like, I gotta eat carbs, and I'd have like a bowl of pasta with butter, and then I'd crash. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And like I know you're saying to try and do carbs like 45 minutes to an hour before you go work out, but I have to like work out first thing in the morning. I can't work out during the middle of the day or like it's tough for
Yeah,
me to do in the afternoon. So
if that's the case, just train fasted.
yeah,
Train fasted.
okay,
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Just have your carbs after as like a recovery process. So carbs are effective either 60 to 90 minutes before you train or 60 minutes post workout as a way to replenish your glycogen stores and recover your muscles. So you can have your carbs post workout too. That
okay,
might be better off for you.
all right,
So
that's good.
that's
I actually did that today, not knowing. I just did it, you know.
perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to implement. And then, so from now on, every other week on Saturdays, you're going to do a calorie refeed. So basically, what a calorie refeed is designed to do is you're going to increase your carbohydrate intake and bring your calories up to maintenance. And this is going to keep your metabolism high and maintain a high metabolic rate. Because basically, when you're in a deficit like you are right now for a certain amount of time, eventually your body starts to slow down, your hormones start to slow down, and your metabolism starts to slow down. So once every other week, if you increase your carb intake, what that's going to do is almost reset your metabolism to make sure it's staying firing at a high capacity so you continue to lose fat. You don't plateau.
Okay,
So basically, once every other week, the only thing you're going to do is bump up your carbs, and your calories are going to be 3,000 for one day. So you're not
okay,
like going in a surplus. You're still only going up to your maintenance. You're not eating over your maintenance where you're going to gain weight. All that's going to do is, like I said, jumpstart that metabolism. And what you'll notice about these days, which is crazy, is the next morning you're going to wake up leaner than any other day.
that's crazy.
It's bananas, but it's something that you have to do. Like the first month, you didn't have to do this because your body wasn't used to the deficit yet. But now that you're getting used to it, we don't want that fat loss to slow down. So this is like a strategy that we're going to implement to keep that fat loss up. So I want to go over a couple of the workouts because I changed those for you too. I made them a little more challenging because you had done them very, very well over the first month. Did you notice that on the back and chest it changed up a bit?
Yeah, I loved it because after a little while you get not bored of the same things, but it's like I know what I'm doing. All right, I'll bump up the weight. But the change was awesome. Like today I had to switch things around. Today I did legs. Tomorrow I'll do the bike and rest day.
Okay.
Um, but
Yeah,
just
that's
the
awesome.
legs, like I haven't squatted. I can't even remember last time I squatted because I was always fearful of, oh, my back, I'm gonna screw up my back. But doing it on the Smith machine, I felt like like a horse. Like I just felt so good, and I only did 225 pounds, so 50 pounds.
That's
Um,
good. That's good though
and
because
it
you have
was awesome, but like perfect form, and like I was psyched. I got home like that was such a good leg workout.
let's go. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad. So when you do squats, what I want you to do is just either wear a flat-footed shoe for that leg day, so like a Converse or anything that's completely flat-footed, or just go barefoot. Because when you're doing
Okay.
squats, you want to make sure that you have tripod foot, meaning that all 3 points of your foot is getting into the ground. So let me show you quickly what that looks like. I've gone over it before, but I just want to show you because it's really important so that you don't hurt yourself in the future. Tripod foot. Let me show you a picture of what this looks like. Second. Okay. You see this here?
Yep.
Okay, so when you're squatting, you want to make sure that these 3 points of your foot are all engaged with the ground. Because if this starts to lift up, you're going to have tension on your hips or on your knees, and that's what's going to lead to injury. If this starts to lift up, if your heel starts to lift up during your squat, same thing. And same thing with this piece of your foot. So when you're squatting, that's why you either want a flat surface shoe or you want barefoot to make sure that all 3 points of your feet are engaged with the ground so that you're not, bending your spine weird or lifting up your hip one more than the other, and to make sure that your form is on point. So this is really, really going to help you going forward with like injury prevention, etc. So always remember tripod foot.
Okay.
This is like another example of it. 3 points of contact. Ball of the big toe, base of the little toe, center of the heel. Really, really important going forward, just so you don't hurt yourself. I want to review some of the workouts. So quickly, I just want to look over. Let's start with the back day, right? How did your back feel during this back and buys day?
It felt so good, and my buys like just doing like the form and lighter weights, like you just rip your buys up. Like it felt awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
All
the
right, and
back, I was worried about what is it, the bent over rows, and I just did the bar weight and
yeah,
uh, and good form, and it felt awesome. Like I'm
perfect.
not worried about anything now. Like that, there was always like my misconception was like, oh, I'm gonna injure myself. Oh, my back, and now I'm like, I'm fine. Like
Yeah, dude, you're all right. Trust me. Like you got to eventually understand, like you are bettering yourself. You're okay. You're doing everything safe. You're focused on your form. Like you're getting there, man. Don't get in your head ever about any of that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just saying like that's how I used to be. Now it's like,
Yeah, no, I
oh,
know.
I'm good.
That's amazing. That's amazing. But I just want to go over it a little bit. So I added in a little more details in the description for you, kind of like what you should be thinking about when you're going through the workouts. So when I say for lat pull downs, I want this one to be maximum tension and progressive overload. What I mean is like, okay, set one would be 10 reps as a warm up. So something like super light. So let's say maybe 20 pounds. Then second set would be 8 reps of 70% effort. So maybe you go up to 30 for this one. But set three, this is your top set, and this is something that you need to understand going forward. Because as we go deeper into it, your top set is going to be one of the most important things when it comes to building new muscle. Your top set is basically your personal record. It's like as heavy as you can go safely, almost exerting all of your effort for 6 reps. So whatever weight you can do for 6 reps, as to where that last rep is like, damn, I'm really pushing it. That would be your top set. And then you go back down, you lower the weight again at 70% effort. So it wouldn't be 40 all the way through. It would
Yeah,
be
that's where I screwed up. All right, so I know for next week I'll adjust that and
yeah.
do it correctly. Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna see this if I write maximum tension and progressive overload, it's almost every workout's gonna have at least one workout where that happens.
Okay.
So just keep an eye out. So like, see, look, I didn't completely break it down, but barbell bent over row in the future, when you feel up for it, same thing for that one.
Yep.
See what
Gotcha.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So you would basically change the weight, and then like let's say you did your top set was 40 pounds, right? Next week, maybe try 42 and a half. Maybe try 45. Or maybe
Right.
just try and get an extra rep, but you want to make sure you're going up every single week or increasing the volume.
Okay.
And then obviously on these, same thing, if for 12, 12, 10, you could do the same weight, or if you do 12 and it feels easy, go up a little bit, you know.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I say mind muscle connection, just make sure you're focusing on your form, getting a good squeeze, etc. And then whenever I say to do a drop set in the future, this is basically, it's probably all my drop sets I put in there for you are machines that have a pin. So
Yep.
basically, like, for cable close grapes to the row, you would grab like whatever weight you could do like 10 or 12 of, and rep that out until failure. And the second you can't move it anymore, you drop the pin and you keep going. Drop the pin and you keep going. So it's really one long, prolonged set of 5.
Yeah. 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 That's what I was doing.
Perfect. And that's basically to put there at the end to burn out the muscle. So when you do these little micro sets like that, what that does is that actually increases your metabolic rate and it keeps your body burning calories for like 6 hours post workout. So
Damn.
the bulk of your workout is you building that lean muscle because lean muscle burns fat at a rested state. But when you mix in drop sets like that, it's going to double down on that metabolism, which is going to allow you to keep that lean body, functioning. So that's the reason behind it. And then for extra credit, anytime you want to jump on the treadmill and do this, be my guest. Like, you could do more than I assigned to you. Just don't go like running or anything, because the more you're on the treadmill, the faster you're going to lose the weight. I've given you like like 1 day on the treadmill because that's really all you need. But if you want to do more, feel free. Like, knock yourself right out
Okay.
because it's only going to
Okay.
help you. I added in a couple things. Number one, like things to avoid. First thing in the morning, if you could stay off your phone for those first 30 minutes of the day, it's going to help you a lot because your cortisol is the highest in the morning. And spiking cortisol with blue light or anything you see on your phone is really not going to help your metabolic rate, and it's going to stress you out. So if you could just avoid the phone for the first 30 minutes of the day, perfect. And then I think we already spoke about the coffee, right?
Yeah, I'm not a coffee person, but if I were to do it, just black coffee, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And then as far as like when I say no seed oils, if you go out to like a restaurant or something, just let me know and I'll help you. Like, I'll look at the menu for you and just kind of like give you an idea I'll point you in the right direction of what is probably your best option. I'm not going to tell you what to eat at the restaurant. I just want to be able to give you the way I look at it and think about it so you have that knowledge going forward.
Okay.
Like every now and then, it's not going to kill you. It's fine. But if you go out to eat at a restaurant, just let me know and I'll like kind of give you my thought process behind. Yeah, just get more like develop kind of like that ingredient IQ, where like you're curious before you eat something, you check the ingredients, etc. You can start to learn. And then blue light, 2 hours before bed. I understand if this is like a little too much. Maybe 1 hour might be more reasonable for you. But like
Okay.
your phone, the TV, all these things are emitting blue light, which is signaling to your body to stay awake. So it's going to be harder for you to go into deeper sleep and fall asleep. I wear these glasses, these blue light blockers, 1 hour before bed. I can send you the link. They're like $15.
Okay.
Or, just for the last hour, just try to avoid TV, or just wear the blue light blockers, and you'll notice you're gonna sleep deeper, feel more recovered, feel more rested, because that blue light messes up your circadian rhythm. So
Okay.
it basically tells your body to wake up where it should be. Your body should be producing melatonin.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Send me over that link. I'll definitely get the glasses.
Okay, I'll send them to you. And then as far as the habits, if you can get, now that it's like nice in New York, dude, if you can get 15 to 30 minutes of sun, you're gonna feel so much better. That vitamin D is gonna go a long way for you as far as your metabolism, as far as your energy levels, as far as your mood, getting sunlight 10 to 15 minutes. And if you can get like your chest and your back, even better, because it's like your biggest, biggest spots to absorb the sun,
Yeah.
dude, you're gonna feel so much better. Like
Yeah.
we're meant to be outside. We're not meant to be behind a desk all day long.
Right.
You know, it,
Yeah.
it
I'm a sun person and beach person, as you can tell, being at the beach right now. So that's
yeah.
not a problem. And definitely, I love the grounding in the feet.
How great is that?
It's just it makes sense. We weren't meant to have shoes, So
Yeah. I mean, like at the beach, that's grounding. Anytime you're at the beach, or just, dude, if you just like sat in your backyard, had your coffee with your feet on the ground somehow, like whatever. But
yeah,
10 minutes of grounding, it literally it like recharges your energy, and it actually drops your cortisol like crazy. When you get your feet on the ground, your pupils shrink, you get more relaxed. There's multiple studies on how insane the benefits of simply just getting your feet on the ground 10 minutes a day is. It's going to do a lot for your mood and for your stress. So
yeah,
I highly recommend, try and get it every single day. Obviously, you already got the 10K steps in the gallon of water, and that's pretty much it as far as the habits. Does that all make sense to you?
yeah, 100%, all good.
And then let's do a little bedtime routine to get you ready for the night. So this is what I was thinking for you. So number one, what time do you usually go to sleep?
I'm usually taking my daughter. I'm putting my daughter to bed, so I'm between 9 and 10 o'clock. Say.
All right, so I'm just gonna write 9:30, and then let's do no blue light 1 hour before bed. So I would just put on the red light blockers. Then let's do like you what I would say for you, what works best is either some sort of breath work or meditation. Which one would you rather?
I probably do breath work.
All right, so breath work, 3, 10. And then do you take any like nighttime supplements?
I don't.
I'm gonna prescribe you some magnesium bike listening. It's gonna change your life.
Okay.
So this
Take it right before going to sleep, or like
30
an
minutes.
hour before. Okay.
Minutes before bed. All right, let's just start with that. Let's see how that goes. You just throw the blue light blockers on 1 hour before bed, and if you can, like dim your lights 1 hour before bed, because when we have lights on too close to bedtime again, it disrupts your circadian rhythm. It's telling your body to be awake.
Right.
So let's try the breath work, the magnesium, and the red light, and I guarantee you're gonna hit that pillow and you're just gonna be out like a
Sounds
light.
good. All right. Perfect.
If you're tired of feeling stuck and you're sick of having that little kangaroo pouch when you look down, and you want to feel proud of yourself, you want to accomplish shit, you want to get jacked, you want to be lean, you want to feel good, have mental focus, and achieve all of your goals, then book a call. There's a link in the description where we'll jump on a one-on-one call to see if we're a good fit to work together. And if we are, you will get in the best shape of your life in 3 to 6 months. No longer. You don't have to sacrifice your lifestyle. You can still enjoy your summer while you're getting in the best shape of your life. Everything will be custom, one-on-one, tailored to you. So if you'd like to speak, if you'd like to take it to that next level and see your full potential, then book a call. Love you, boys.